Happy Monday. Today is February 3rd, and this is Mark on the Market, where I go over what's going on in Panama City Beach. Today, it's a new month, so we've got new market stats that just came out for January, so we're going to be going over that. And as always, if you find these videos useful, please like the channel and subscribe to it. But we're going to start with Panama City Beach overall, and then we're going to go into specific zip codes. And to me, just like the weather outside, it feels as though it's starting to heat up. Picked up a few listings this past month and have 2 people under contract right now. But looking at the stats for Panama City Beach overall, one of the big highlights that I see here is the absorption rate. So this is a measure of inventory, and basically since 2021, this number has been rising. However, we're starting to see a clear trend where it's coming back down. So anything above 6 months would be considered a buyer's market. And so we've been in a buyer's market for over the past year. Right now for Panama City Beach overall, we're sitting at about 9.36 months of inventory. So still have a little ways to go back to neutral market. The sold to list ratio has dropped down to 91%. This isn't good if you're a seller, but if you're a buyer, then that means that there's room to negotiate. Days on market is climbed over the past 6 months, came down slightly for January though. If we look at the sales statistics, average sale price, looking at January of last year to January of this year, we see that it's down about 7%, median sale price down about 4%. And if we look at the number of sold listings, we see that it's still slow, a lot less buyer demand, and we're at about 20% off of the closed transactions that we had for January of last year, which is not a good sign. It just means that the market still needs to heat up a little bit. Number of new listings though is also down 12%. So if you're a seller, that means that you have less competition at the moment. The next one that we are going to look at is 32408. This is on the east end, like Bay Point area. What we see here is the absorption rate took a steep dive this past month. It was at 11.7 months back in December, and it dropped down to 10.28. So it dropped over a whole month of inventory just in this past month. Sold to list ratio is doing a little bit better here. It's been climbing the past 3 or 4 months. Days on market is climbing. They're sitting at right around 140 days on market. Average sale price for this zip code is down 14% comparing January of 2023 to 2024. So that's not a good sign if you're a seller, but if you're a buyer, that means there's great opportunity. Median sale price is down 8.5%. And if we look at the number of sold listings, so January of last year, there was 56 homes to sell in this zip code. This January, there was 32, so it dropped by about 40%, which is not good. Number of new listings to hit the market is down about 23% for January compared to last year. The next one we are going to look at is 32407. So this is central Panama City Beach. Think about like Edgewater, think about Breakfast Point. All these would fall in this zip code. So absorption rate in this zip code has been dropping steadily since August. And it's a straight line. That's a great trend. So in August, they were at 12 months of inventory. This past month, they were at 9.2 months of inventory. So they still have a little bit ways to go to get to a neutral market, but they're on the right track. Sold to list ratio in this zip code is 92%. And then the days on market is hovering right around 120. If we look at the sales statistics, this one actually is the outlier out of the 3 zip codes here in Panama City Beach. Comparing the sales, average sale price for 2023 to 2024, average sale price is actually up 20% compared to last year. Median sale price also up 17%. And if we look at the number of closed transactions, it's also up 22%. So last year there was 27 sales for January. This year we've got 33. And I think the big reason why, it might be Breakfast Point. It seems like there's a lot of new construction still going on in there. Maybe they have great incentives for buyers. I know Truland Homes has homes being sold in there. I think there's Southern Coastal Homes, and then there's also Fisher Homes. So you've got a lot of choice there, and they're pretty reasonably priced for the quality that you're getting. The number of new listings in this zip code is down just slightly by 3%. compared to last year. And then the last zip code that we're going to look at is 32413. This is my favorite. It's over on the west end. If we look at the inventory in this zip code, we see that it's also been trending downward. They had 1 month between September and October where it actually went up, but they're down to about 8.2 months of inventory. So I think they're probably the closest to a neutral market. You do have some new construction in this neighborhood. The big one would be Ward Creek in Margaritaville. Ward Creek has 3 different sub-neighborhoods to it. One built by D.R. Horton, one built by Toll Brothers, and then there's one that is going to be opening soon that is built by Fisher Homes, and Coulter Homes are going to be in there too. Sold to list ratio dropped off on this one. It's about 90% for this past month. Days on market is right around 130. And then if we look at the sales statistics, average sale price down 8% compared to last year. Median sale price even more at 15%. So my guess is this might be from Ward Creek, based out at Ward Creek. That's the D.R. Horton neighborhood. They have a bunch of townhomes in the 300s, and then their detached single-family homes are low 400s, mid 400s. If we look at the number of closed transactions, this month it's down 20% compared to last year. So last year there was 73 sales in the 32413 zip code. This year there has been 57 for January. And then if we look at the number of new listings, it's also down right around 3%. So this one was a quicker one, but I'm going to end it there. If you have any questions about the market or want to see any specific homes, just reach out to me, send me an email or shoot me a text. I'm always here to help. And as always, I'll see you next time.